Why, hello and welcome to this training, and I really think that this could help you. One of the things that, or one of the questions that I get pretty frequently, and one of the issues that I have is number one, and I'm talking about issues that I myself have personally, is number one that I get distracted very, very easy. My mind wanders very, very quickly off of whatever the subject matter is, and it's on to the next thing. In one instance, and although I think I've sort of put reins on that issue, it still continues to be somewhat of a problem, although with what I'm going to teach today, much less of a problem. The second big problem that I no longer feel, but I did, and I think many of you do, and that is the feeling of overwhelm. So what I'm going to focus here on today is essentially the strategies on how to stay on course, continue the task until completion so that you have at least the chance to succeed with whatever the project is, or whatever the intent of the project is. So in this training, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually walk you through what I do and what I try to do, and then also some of the things that some of sort of the nuances and the innovations that I see some of the most successful people in my life do to, again, focus long enough to succeed. Okay, so let's jump into the problems, and pretty much discussed them already. That is the problem of distraction, where we've got so many things going on. We have our cell phone. We've got dings from our Facebook and our Twitter constantly on our computer, and maybe we have other things going on in our life, like our children or our parents. For me, I field many calls every day from both of my parents, and I'm happy. I'm very happy. Thank you that I'm my ripe old age, and I still have both my parents who are still able to call me and chat with me. So I'm not ruining that fact. I'm just saying that it is something that can, if I allow it, distract me. And I know that in talking to you all and just generally dealing with many of you, that you face the same sorts of issues, which again takes you off task, that diminishes your focus. And again, big problem with that. And the other second and sort of corollary of the distraction problem is the fact that we feel like there's so much to do. There's so many different things to do that we we actually feel overwhelmed. There's and because we feel overwhelmed, we don't know where to start. We don't know when to end, and we essentially spin our wheels on what we do try to do. So this, as I see it, are the two main problems that keep us from focusing long enough to actually succeed. So let's talk about what we're going to cover here in this training. And so here's the deal. We're going to talk about preparing to focus. In other words, getting your mind right, so that before you sort of sit down to work on a project or to do a task, what you have to do in order to really amplify and enhance that sort of period of focus. The second thing that we're going to talk about is that once you're sort of in the mix, in the work itself, how to go about staying focused during that period of time. And then last, we're going to chat about how to build a habit of focus so that, again, you can ultimately succeed, because focus, like so many other things that we do in our life, are habitual, or they can be habitual. So it's sort of a pattern or a habit that allows you to, again, focus. In other words, the more you focus on something, and the more you practice at focusing, the better you get at it. So again, we'll talk more about that in today's last module. So with that sort of foundation laid, let's jump into today's training.